So, hi guys, I'm Eliza, and I work for Netmums, which is a parenting website. So kind of children and parents are audience. So with that, I was wondering if you could both explain your jobs and your roles in the film in a way that children would be able to understand. I mean, maybe Dean, that's more for you because children might be a bit confused. But both of you.
Okay. Well, I'm the writer and the director. So part of my job is to come up with a story and to take these characters that everybody loves and try to write a whole story where they each get their moments. And then I work with a team of about 300 people, and we then bring it to life. We do lots of drawings and paintings and create little puppets that we have to animate to create the shots that make up the movie.
And I do the voice of Hiccup. I wish I could explain more than that. But that's pretty much, Hiccup's a cartoon, he opens his mouth, my voice comes out.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So how are you guys finding Flom? Do you think it's a good setting in terms of promoting the film? Is it sort of like what you imagine?
Yeah, you've been here before. This is kind of a source of inspiration for Dragon 2.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, at the start of How to Train Your Dragon 2, we came here and we sketched and painted and took photos of all the beautiful mountains and the deep fjords.
Yeah.
And we researched a lot about Viking culture, tools and weapons and ships, and then we all carried that back to our studio at DreamWorks and put it into the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be some kind of jerk not to love being here. So no, this is like one of the myriad cool things about doing getting to be Hiccup is I get to come to cool places like this and see stuff like that backdrop, and it's a beautiful part of the world with lovely people in it, and this is feel guilty calling it a work trip.
Have you done any of the activities? Been to any Viking villages?
No.
We just arrived
Yesterday.
So I think there's zip lining.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I went there today.
I'm forced to do that tomorrow.
Oh, it's fine. It's so fine. Don't worry. Just wear gloves.
Keeps
it's cold.
saying that. But I mean, is it so fine if you have a paralyzing fear of heights?
I have a paralyzing fear of heights, and the thing is, you don't get to like run off the edge.
Oh,
they press the button for you, so you don't really get a choice. But you're strapped in safely, and then just wrap up warm is my best advice.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
Enjoy the
ride. But it wasn't scary. You didn't get vertigo.
It was scary, but once you're going down the zip wire, you have no choice but to enjoy it.
Yeah,
you're
fair.
Like, I could be scared and close my eyes, or I can just be scared and keep.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, you've changed my outlook.
It's definitely worth it. You'll have fun.
All right.
So the DVD release has an alternate opening, which is probably one of the main reasons that children who've already seen the film might want to check that out. How did you choose between the two alternate openings, and how did you decide on the one that you decided on for the cinema release?
Well, the first version of our opening, which is included as part of the bonus content, it was meant to feature the relationship between Hiccup and Toothless, and how Hiccup was slowly becoming a dragon himself. He'd created this costume that at first glance looked like a new species of dragon scuttling over the rocks, and ultimately it was them on another kind of searching mission to find new dragons that they would bring back to protect on the island of Berk. And you realize how far gone Hiccup has become in his quest to make humans and dragons live together, whether or not that's good for them. And ultimately we traded that out because we realized we also needed to introduce the villains of our story and show that not only Hiccup, but his entire group of dragon rescuers have been out there rescuing dragons from cages and bringing them back to the island of Berk. So it introduced more of the antagonism of the movie as well in the current version of the opening.
Yeah, and then also, are there any other bonus features which either of you particularly like that are on the DVD that you think are great?
No one has told me what any of those are. So I'm going to say they're all special.
Okay.
There are quite a few clips. We get to see Jay and the other actors performing. a lot
There
of
you
their
go.
lines.
Oh, cool. That sounds awesome.
And talking about the evolution of the characters,
Yeah.
growing up with them. And we also have some more deleted scenes that were
Okay.
taken out. So with several more flashbacks between young Hiccup and his father, Stoic. Yeah, there's quite a few little treats, lots of behind the scenes.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I was going to say, when you do the voice acting, are you with the other actors and actresses, or is it separate?
So on the first film, we did a bunch of sessions with a bunch of us together, all the sort of Viking kids. But as the movies went on, people moved and stuff, and you know, it's a very international cast. You know, there's some
Yeah.
people in Canada, some people all over the States, some people in Australia. You know, and so it's kind of like herding cats to get everyone in the same room. You know, and so all of my lines in this one it was just me and Dean, and there's something really kind of fun. It's the closest to make believe that I've experienced as a grown up, because you know, there's nothing very romantic or glamorous or special about a recording of sound booth. You know, it's just like sound blankets and a microphone and some old carpet. But you know, there's something sacred about this script, this microphone, Dean and myself, and we kind of, you know, I just follow him and I get to imagine all this special stuff, and somehow every single time it ends up being more spectacular than anything I could have dreamed of. So it's a pretty cool process.
Is it, did you act as Hiccup differently because he's grown up in this film? Like, how have you changed the way that you've done it over the course of the three?
That's a very good question. I mean, I think by virtue of the sheer passage of time that I started, my first recording session was 12 years ago. You know, my life is very different now. I'm about to get married. I have a house and all this stuff. I'm 3 years away from 40, which is super fun. So I just inherently have more responsibility than I did when we started, as does Hiccup in this movie. And so, yeah, there's stuff where I'm sort of intellectually trying to sound different or whatever, but just by the fact that I'm older and he's older, it kind of all just made sense.
Okay. And then I'm quite interested in, how do you balance when you have the sort of romance scenes between Hiccup and Astrid, and then also Toothless as well, and also with Grimmel, like the evil character. How do you balance making them really exciting and interesting, but also still like child friendly?
Well, yeah, I think we definitely want the full experience.
Yeah.
You know, we want the audience to be kind of thrilled and scared and charmed and filled with wonder and even brought to tears. We want all of it. And so it's just a matter of being aware. We definitely use our own instincts. Like, we try to make the movie we want to see, but then we remind ourselves from time to time that there's going to be a large portion of our audience that are kids. And if you've got characters talking about more mature themes, or things that might make the young kids squeamish, then we have to also make sure that there's enough going on screen that's going to be entertaining for the youngest of the young. So it's just a balance, knowing that this is a family audience. It has to appeal to the kids as much as the adults, but we're mostly driven by our own instincts. We're trying to make a movie we want to see and what we'd be proud of.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you both so much.
Thanks
Good
for coming to
meet
see
you.
us.